This video was developed by XPM Consulting. XPM is a project management, agile, ITIL and leadership training company. The project manager, also known as project lead, manages the project under the sponsor's authority and leads the team towards project objectives. The project manager's responsibilities may include developing the project management plan, coordinating the team, negotiating resources, managing project interfaces, assessing and reporting project performance, and closing the project in a controlled manner. Depending on the organizational structure, the project manager may report to a functional manager, program manager, portfolio manager, or PMO. Project managers are assuming an increasingly active role outside the project perimeter, participating in the development of business documents, such as the business case and the benefit management plan, helping to promote and develop project management competences within the organization, and sharing knowledge with other practitioners. The sponsor is the manager who provides the financial resources and promotes the project. The sponsor, and often other high-level managers, also plays a significant role on the project charter development, approving the project start, providing authority to the project manager, and helping establish a preliminary understanding of the project scope. At critical moments, the sponsor may become directly involved in the project, deciding on significant changes and risks and validating key deliverables. The sponsor can also provide a route for the project manager to escalate and influence issues. As was previously discussed, the project manager is accountable for meeting project objectives. However, when accumulated variances cannot be corrected, without compromising existing constraints, the decisions should be escalated to the sponsor. The steering committee, also known as governance body, is an advisory group that includes the sponsor and other key decision-makers from the organization or organizations involved in the project. The steering committee provides project management direction and leadership, secures timely and effective decision-making, supports the project manager, oversees progress, resolves issues beyond the project manager's authority, arbitrates conflict, approves major deliverables, acts as a project liaison with corporate management or program management, and ensures that resources requirements are fulfilled. Team members perform the work required to complete the project deliverables. Team members may be in-house staff or external staff, fully allocated to the project, or work on a part-time basis, specialized in their area of expertise, or may have a fair knowledge of several areas, and collocated in the same physical location, and collaborate face-to-face, or may be geographically dispersed, and rely on communication technology, like email, video conferencing, and instant messaging, to collaborate virtually. Team members are responsible for technical execution. They should, nevertheless, be involved in project management activities, like estimating, defining the management approach, problem-solving and reporting. Engaging team members in the project management effort improves performance and helps to create an overall sense of ownership over the project. In agile and hybrid projects, cross-functional team members from different functional areas work collaboratively toward project objectives. Agile team members self-organize to determine project activities and assign work to themselves, instead of being micromanaged. They are accountable for upholding their commitments to themselves and to others. They should, therefore, regularly inspect progress and adapt processes, approaches, and estimates as needed. The facilitator, also known as Scrum Master or Coach, acts as a servant leader. He or she ensures that the team members' needs are addressed, protecting them from external interferences, and removing any impediments. Facilitators should also coach the team by promote collaboration, accountability, and teamwork, as well as by facilitating conflict resolution and decision-making. In agile and hybrid projects, the facilitator is responsible for agile values, principles, practices, and rules. He or she should coach team members to help them adopt Agile practices, maintain their focus, and stand by Agile values, principles, and rules. At the organization level, the team facilitator should coach stakeholders in Agile adoption, and work with other facilitators to improve Agile practices within the organization. Depending on the specific project context, the individual acting as facilitator may also act as project manager and team member. The business representative, also known as product owner, is responsible for defining and prioritizing requirements, providing acceptance criteria, and then confirming that the product meets those requirements. The product owner should also ensure that the product creates value to the organization and is fit for purpose. In Agile and hybrid projects, the business representative, or product owner, works in close collaboration with team members throughout the project to inspect and adapt the product. He or she may also invite other stakeholders to product review meetings to raise awareness and collect improvement ideas. Depending on the specific project context, the individual acting as business representative may also act as customer, sponsor, or end user. The functional manager is a manager responsible for the work of a business function, business line, or organization unit. For example, a functional manager may be a marketing manager or the head of sales. The functional manager may provide resources to the project, negotiating with the project manager regarding which resources to allocate. The functional manager may also be involved in planning and controlling project activities that concern his or her functional area. Project interests will not always be aligned with the functional manager's interests. For example, a project resource may be needed in a different project or operation. This conflict of interests is common within the relationship between the project manager and the functional manager in a matrix organization. The project management team is a temporary structure comprising all the individuals with project management responsibilities within the project. The project manager of a small project may manage the project with the support of key team members under the sponsor direction. In large projects, however, the project manager may be part of a large structure with multiple roles, each with its own responsibilities and authority levels. A portfolio manager is an executive who coordinates a group of projects or programs in order to implement the business strategy. The portfolio manager is responsible for selecting the appropriate mix of projects and programs that maximizes the organization value, while working under resource constraints and an acceptable level of risk exposure. The portfolio manager should also oversee the projects and programs to ensure that their performances do not compromise the expected return on investment. A program manager coordinates a set of related projects and operations that address a common business objective. The program manager's role is to manage the dependencies between the different projects and operations in order to maximize the organizational benefits. Additionally, he or she should oversee and support the project managers of the projects comprised in the program. The customer is the individual or group who requested the project's deliverables. For example, the marketing department requested a new website for the organization. The end user is the individual or group who will use one or more of project deliverables. For example, individuals outside the organization will use the new website. A project coordinator, also known as project support, performs project management, administrative, and support activities. Typical project coordinator responsibilities may include supporting the project manager by maintaining project records, collecting actual performance information, updating planning artifacts, communicating with team members, scheduling meetings, tracking issues, and contributing with specific project management expertise. The project coordinator role may be assigned to the same individual acting as project manager, or it may be assigned to a separate person. who will report back to the project manager. In functional or weak matrix organizations, the individual appointed as project manager is often actually acting as a project coordinator. With a very low level of power, the project expeditor does not make or enforce decisions, acting as an assistant, helping to relay information and directions to the team, managing materials and logistics, and overseeing suppliers. This video was developed by XPM Consulting. XPM is a project management, agile, ITIL and leadership training company. Thank you for watching. We hope you found the video interesting, and if you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel.